Hello everybody, I'm Ultrake and welcome to Planet Coaster. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a Planet Coaster video, and I have no idea when this is actually going up as to when I'm recording this. But right now, I decided to kind of take a step back in what I've been creating in Planet Coaster from these massive scaled parks or these crazy like I did with a sci-fi kind of theme. Just I wanted to take a step back from that and do a very simplistic theme that would still look cool. And so I kind of came up with this. It's inspired by fishing villages in Sweden. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would Google what they look like. But they're like these red buildings. They're typically squarish, and then they just have a pointed roof at the top. They're very simplistic, but they look very cool. And so I decided to kind of do that, and you can see I'm working on that right now. I really only did the same thing, though, across the entire park, and so it'd be kind of nice if I could get some feedback on what you guys think, because I'm not 100% pleased with the results. So if I could get some feedback, that would be awesome. So right now, I've created 2 information stands on the side. I have this plaza area where the entrance, and then there's going to be 2 sections off to the side. So this right here that I'm making now, this is going to be information booths. The thing is, information booths right now in Planet Coaster don't have much of a use. In RCT3, information booths, you could sell maps, you could sell umbrellas, etc. Here, in Planet Coaster, the only thing that information booths are really useful for is selling priority pass. That's the only thing you can do. So I actually had a lot of the employees at the information booth quitting because nobody was buying priority pass because I only had 1 ride. And it was kind of popular, but it wasn't super popular, so there's no need for them to be buying priority pass because it just didn't make sense. That's one of the things about Planet Coaster, though. I mean, the thing is, in real life, you wouldn't buy a priority pass if it didn't really have a use. So I don't blame them in that respect. But I don't know. And even now, as you can see, the building is still really plain. All it really has is a couple windows and a balcony. Which, again, if I'm looking at a picture of the buildings right now, it's not exactly what it really looks like. I don't see a single balcony, and the windows are bright white, and there's white accents on the roofs. Actually, the roofs are white. That's something I need to change. And I can also see that there's a white a white border on the edges, which is something that I'll have to change. Noticing that now. But since they're up on the water, I do add a lake later in the video, by the way. So I can do that. I could have boats and docks and piers. That would be cool. I know RCT3 had a couple. I'm not sure. I think there are some boat or water rides currently in the game, so we could do something like that. Anyway, you just saw me back there at a wall with a small fence and some bushes and trees. Right now, I'm working on the entrance area. So this took a lot of me placing them down and then removing it because I didn't like it. It was a lot of that. Another thing was that, annoyingly, the color kept resetting itself. So if you look closely, there's 2 different colors. There's the bright red that I've been using, and then there's the darker default color, which doesn't look very good. And even now, I don't think that the red I picked is bright enough. I'm noticing a bunch of inaccuracies as I'm looking at a picture right now while recording the voiceover for this. But I tried my best, and again, I said this is inspired, so I don't have to completely follow it exactly. Because to be fair, I'm not very good at Planet Coaster as it is. Like, I'm nowhere near like Silverette or the crazy things that he builds. It's crazy what he does. So, if you're looking for that, I would just honestly go check out his channel because I will never be able to do anything like that. But the problem with my buildings is that they're too plain. And it's because I'm struggling to like find things to build with. And I think in that respect, RCT3 was easier for me. You could see even in just the 2 episodes of RCT3 that I uploaded a while ago. I think it was easier to make things that look good in RCT3 because the game limited you so much. You could really only build on a 90-degree angle, but yet there was a lot more that you could do to create things that looked good. And also you had custom scenery. That was like a major thing of the game that Planet Coaster right now does not have. Then again, Planet Coaster has a lot of parts already in the game that RCT3 did not have. But I think even then, it's still more difficult to build things, at least for me. Although you can build custom things already in the game, but for me that's a bit harder. I really hope that Planet Coaster adds like a custom scenery for RCT3 and like mod capabilities, because City Skylines does that really well. You can just really go in the Steam Workshop and get a bunch of mods that makes the game way better. And I think with that, Planet Coaster could do a lot. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I just built the entrance that kind of has like a sloped, like alternating slope heights as it goes up. And then I also built the lake with a bridge going over it. This is right now the only ride that I've added in the park. The Wild Blue ride, which in real life is a Gerstlauer Skyfly, I think it's called. I haven't added any other rides yet. The next thing I want to do, roller coaster wise, is probably terraform and build like a massive terrain out and back wooden coaster. Probably along the lines of Boulder Dash. Off to the right side here, the underneath, the bottom part right now as you're seeing it. That's probably where I want to go next. Add some other flat rides, maybe expand the lake, and probably surround the entire lake, honestly. Probably the other part of the lake than the one that this ride is. Probably add a bunch of boats and a boat ride and whatnot. I also think that this park has the capability for dark rides. But it really depends on how far I want to go with that. But I think right now Planet Coaster kind of has the capability for dark rides, but I don't think it's really to the extent of where it could be with what's in the game right now. I think that there's a lot that could be done with dark rides. And again, with custom scenery, I think so much could be done. So in that bottom area that you just saw, that's probably where the wooden coaster would go. I think right now I'm better at building roller coasters than the whole scenery aspect. So the scenery aspect is definitely something I want to improve on. And another thing is I cannot really build coasters that go upside down. I've tried it before. If you watch the gingerbread build that I made, that B&M inverted coaster looked awful. I haven't been able to build any coasters in Planet Coaster that go upside down, and I don't know where I'm going right now if I'll be able to. So I'm just gonna stick to like wooden coasters and other coasters that don't go upside down, because right now the coasters I've built, I'm going to build a wooden coaster probably. I've built a mine train in the Ultrake Gardens second and third video that I'm never gonna post out because I already deleted the footage for. And I build the T-Rex coaster, the non-inverting T-Rex coaster in the sci-fi park. And until I get better, maybe I'll add a coaster that has inversions in this park, but where I am right now, probably won't happen. Okay, once again, I'm off topic. Not really, kind of. I'm putting the queue inside for the most part with these loop areas and the priority pass outside. You can see there's people in the priority pass because I lowered the cost to $2, and I'll probably forget to raise that up again when I add other rides, so pretty much everybody is going to be buying priority pass. Hopefully I don't forget. Right now, again, the roof for this is just flat. I didn't add a roof because of what you just saw. It didn't quite line up. So unless, again, I find something better, we'll have to do that. Right here, I'm adding a bunch of janitors and trash cans because I forgot that, when you add a bunch of food places and you don't put anywhere for people to put their trash, they're just going to drop it. And then with nobody to pick up the trash, it's just going to stay there. So we're nearing the end of this video. So I'm going to wrap it up soon. The last thing I'm doing right now is building this bridge, which is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Comment down below what you thought and what I could do next. If you haven't already, subscribe for more content, more Planet Coaster content, and goodbye!